The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with Ware. Oh, nice move. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And again, this is Ware. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Jackson dumps that off to Ware. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Mechie, the man in motion.
Running on first down with Ware. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a 2nd and 2. Lamar going to give this to Ali. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now off the bootleg. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Flashed the stick skills but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
No, we changed it.
from the gun. They run with Ware. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They'll run on 1st down. Marion. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This is 2nd and 8. He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you know, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for them, don't you think? Right? Go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Slot man moves right.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Yeah! Here we go! Wait, take.
Now Prescott. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Hey, 47. We're going to 54. Wide in.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Straight ahead they go with Ali.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, Marion. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Marion. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff up the middle. Marion. Now the ball comes loose. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Marion. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a handoff up the middle. Marion, after getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
On a give, it's Ali. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Again, it's Ali.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11, rolling to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott.
And that'll that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Final play of the half. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. Man open, here's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Cowboys nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Mitchell.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Yeah.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Yeah, here we go. Ready to take. Ready to take.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Yeah. Kill, kill.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
There you go. 47. 26.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Quez Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
To throw is Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And the ball is knocked out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. Marion down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, Ali.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Taken down at the 30.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
Now a give, right side. Marion. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now it's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Jackson now. He finds his man complete. That's Ali.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They give it off here to the tight end. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
A handoff here to Ali.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
First target, first catch, and a first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Trying the right side with Mitchell.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Prescott off play action. Rolling to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
Throwing. Prescott. His throw incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Steps away. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
13.
They'll try the left side. Marion.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So the final second.